What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig, and we're going to be going over the charts today. We have the Fed meeting today. Are we going to get a pump? Are we going to get a dump? We're going to take a look at that. We're going to take a look at all my longer term charts. We're going to go all the way down into the 1 hour time frame on Bitcoin. We're also going to take a look at my 6-month-old charts, Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP. Definitely stick around, watch the whole video. There's going to be a lot of info. Guys, don't forget, scroll down, smash that thumbs up, share the video if you would. Subscribe if you haven't already, if you want daily updates on Bitcoin and the markets. Also, we're going to be going over some more stuff here, but I do want to thank all you guys for liking, sharing, and commenting. I do appreciate it. That's how channels grow. And if you get 1,500 likes today, I'll do another live video tonight and go over altcoins, stocks, whatever of your choice. So make sure you scroll down, smash those thumbs up. But anyways, right now the Dow is up 200 points as I'm making this video. S&P is up 32. We have 15 minutes as I'm making this video. So by the time this video gets out, the markets will be open. Nasdaq's up 122. So let's see what's going on. The Dow Jones, as you guys know, we had this target here at 30,700. I had said if we start opening and closing dailies below this, we're probably going to continue down. As you can see, I have a falling channel here. If we cannot break above that 30,700 again, and again, this is going to have a lot to do with the Fed meeting, then our target is going to be all the way down to around 26.5-ish. That will be my target. But as you guys know, if we are truly in a bear market, I do think we could see something like this. And yes, it seems crazy, but in the Great Depression, this took about 2 years. So I do think we could be in a multi-year bear market unless everything gets turned around and the Fed does something crazy or whatever and the markets pump out of nowhere, which is a possibility. But keep in mind, this is very possible. And people say millionaires and billionaires are made in bear markets. That's not because they buy up here and buy all the way down. It's because they buy down here. We'll look at the DXY. As you guys know, I've been bullish on the DXY for like 2 years, been talking about it every day. People are now talking about the DXY that were never talking about it before. Just be careful who you follow. A lot of people that are making videos really have no clue how markets work. A lot of people. So just be careful. For entertainment purposes, I guess there could be some good ones. But anyways, let's get into it. As you can see, the market structure looks almost identical. And like I said, this took about 2.5 years to bottom. So we could be in a multi-year bear market. Remember, Bitcoin was created right down here. So the traditional markets have been in a bull market the whole time Bitcoin's been created. If we see a bear market, like I believe we could be seeing here, Bitcoin will not hold up. It's a speculative asset. I'm not saying it'll die. And I'll explain that here in a minute in my Amazon video or my chart. So as you guys know, right here, this 105, 106 range, if that's broken by the DXY and gets support there, we have much higher targets for the DXY. We did break our 104 target, and that should become support now. If it does, we may range in here for a while if the market's pumped today after the Fed meeting, but we'll see what happens. If this is broken and gets support up here, you guys know I have much higher targets. If we look at this on the daily, what this is here is just a possible bull flag or rising channel. If that breaks, you take a measured move of the rising channel from the width of the channel, bring it up, and that target would be approximately 120, 121, 122. But if we look at it in the monthly, and this is why I've been so bullish on the dollar, on the DXY, is because if you look here, the monthly falling wedge gets it, the measured move of that gets it all the way up to 172. Now that will probably take a couple years if we are in a traditional bear market like I think we are. DXY is the only thing that rises in a traditional bear market. Gold falls, silver falls, Bitcoin will fall, everything falls in a traditional bear market. As you guys know, everybody talks about the 4-year cycles, right? All markets have a 4-year cycle volatility because that is when the presidential elections are. I think the halving has nothing to do with it. The halving, they make it sound like there's less Bitcoin available. Well, there's not. There's more Bitcoin available even after the halving, it's just less new Bitcoin are created each halving. There's still more and more. So it doesn't make it like it's less Bitcoin out there. There's still more out there. So I don't believe in the 4-year cycle. What I do believe is Bitcoin has been in a bull market since its creation because the stock markets were in a bull market. This may be our first multi-year real bear market. There's a 5-wave Elliott count suggesting that this was the end of the 5-wave structure. Now we should have like a ABC down, or, you know, it doesn't have to be an ABC. It could be a more difficult correction, but either way, it could be a multi-year correction. Be careful, guys. So this is the Amazon to Bitcoin chart. And as I had showed you guys, if we break the 48,000, then this is invalid, but it is playing out almost identical. It's all about market structure. It's not candle to candle. But anyways, if this was to play out like this, I do have a target of around 3,700. If you guys follow BitBoy, he had made a claim today that he will bow to me if we go lower than 10,000, which I do think we will. My target's between 3,000 and 7,000 by 2023, and I'll show you how I get those targets in a minute. So stick around. Watch the whole video. There's going to be a lot of info here. But anyways, I do see this as a very good possibility, guys. You can see everything is lining up almost identical. But anyways, let's take a look at what's going on. Here's the weekly chart. Once we broke this, I told you we'd be extremely bearish. We are extremely bearish. We had a weekly sell signal here. I made a video there. Once the 55 got crossed by the 8, the 13, and the 21 EMA, I said that was a weekly sell. You can see what happened. So our weekly resistance now is around 27,000. Could we go up and retest that? Definitely possible. We could range in this area for a while, but like I said, we'll go into it a little bit deeper. But everybody's talking about the RSI has bottomed for the weekly. Let's take a look at the monthly. The monthly shows we have a lot lower to go, guys. This is a bigger market structure, right? Bitcoin's older now. This little 4-year cycle stuff is just BS, in my opinion, because like I said, all markets run on a 4-year volatility cycle because of elections. So our monthly resistance is 24.5. That's huge, and I'll tell you why here in a little bit. We put this back on the weekly. We'll go on to our next chart. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention. Everybody says it's so bad that I'm so bearish on Bitcoin. Well, this is absolutely the best thing that could happen to Bitcoin. What this did was washed out all the .com scams, right? This will wash out all the crypto scams. We're starting to see that now. I've been talking about this for a long time. But what I want you to know is it's not going to bounce straight up. You're not going to miss out because it's going to go shoot straight to the moon. As you can see here, there was a lot of confidence lost. Like, confidence will be lost if Bitcoin gets down to these areas, right? It took 10 years for Amazon to make a new all-time high. Now, does that mean it has to take 10 years? No, but the confidence is going to be dwindled down to next to nothing. So it'll take a long time for people to get back in. So it's something you need to be aware of. Now, let's go into, MicroStrategy. I had warned you guys way back here that when he got in, it was feeling kind of fishy because he likes to take advantage of overhyped markets, like he took advantage of the .com bubble. He actually paid to have commercials on the Super Bowl to get people into it, but now he has Twitter, so he doesn't so much need that. But it's the same thing, guys. Same history repeats, man. So this is my fib channels. I've showed you guys this plenty of times, right? You'll notice every time we break these fibs, we almost always go down and test the one below. As you can see, we broke our fib level here, and look at that. It's around 24.5. That's huge resistance at 24.5 area. If we get back up into that range, I do expect a rejection. But as you can see, our next level, depending on how fast it was to get down here, if it went straight down, you guys know my target's 17.7 right now. But if that breaks, our next stop is going to be this next fib down here around 11, 12, 13,000, depending on how long it takes to get down here. And then we'll probably range in that area for a while. And if we do break that, then our next target's around that $6,000 to $7,000 range. That's why I say I believe 3,000 to 7,000 by, you know, it could be quick. If it's quick, then it might recover a little faster, but I believe it'll be sometime in 2023, possibly before though. But that's what I'm looking at. I've been looking at it for a very long time. All right, so this is our daily chart. If you guys watched back here, I called the top. It was around 54,000. I said 64 would be the top, and it was. Right here, we put this wave count in way up here, and we called these perfectly. I did think 5 was going to go a little bit lower, but all 5 has to do is break 4 in Elliott wave, which it did, and I warned of that. And I even said, if you watch my videos back then, I said the middle of June would be a good time to put a long in and then just trail your stops, because there would be an ABC correction, big bull fake out. Everybody be calling 100,000 again, which they were. Everybody was. And then boom, we had, just like I said, we got the ABC correction and boom. Our target, we had made this target, we had made this rising broadening wedge here once this touch was made, and then we touched up here. And I was calling, if this broke, we had a measured move to the 24,300, 24,500, right? Major resistance now, because I had said if this broke, then we were looking for this to be the new resistance, which now I believe it to be. As you guys know, we had this target here. We're going to look at it in the 4 hour, but yeah, we'll look at that in the 4 hour. But anyways, if we look at the market structure break on the weekly up here and drag this down to the bottom and look at this as a bear flag, that gets us our target of around 68.40, right? So that's why I say between 3,000 and 7,000 is my targets for the bottom of this bear market. Now, if you guys are interested in trading, definitely check out Prime XBT. Links down below. If you go to my YouTube page, there's also tutorials in there, and you can use my promo code SAVVY50. That'll get you up to a $7,000 bonus. SAVVY25 will get you 25% off your fees. You can trade Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, everything, all from one exchange. Definitely check it out. You can go to the contest section and trade for free. Get used to the platform before you actually put some money in and trade. So definitely check it out if you haven't. And let's look at the 4 hours. So the 4 hour, if you guys remember, I called the 48K top here. I actually shorted there. And we had, here's some targets we had there. If we look at this target, that hit perfectly the falling channel. As you guys know, we hit that absolutely perfect. And that was around the 25,000 range. And then if we look at what's going on here, we can get rid of this one now. We look at what's going on here, same thing. We take from the break of the structure here down to the bottom, bring it down here. That's the target of the bear flag, around that 67, 68,000. I'm gonna actually move this up just a little bit. But anyways, like I said, between 3,000 and 7,000, I think we will see the bottom. Like I said, that could be in 2023, could be sooner. But right now, my target is 17.7. Been talking about this for quite some time. I've been posting it on my Twitter also. If you don't follow me on Twitter, it's at CryptoSavvy1. You'll see it. I have a link down below in the description of the video. That way you don't get sucked in. There's a lot of scammers out there. And guys, I will never get a hold of you. I don't use WhatsApp, so when you see them comments down below, that's not me. But anyways, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at around that 17.7 still, unless we break that 24.2, and then, you know, we may go up a little bit higher, 27 or so. We have the VPVR at around 30,000. But as of right now, our resistance is around the 24.5. Support, the next support's around 17.7. If this breaks, that should become resistance, and then we could be looking for these lower lows down here. Another thing, this is the hourly chart. As you can see, this big white line here and big white line across, we're making exaggerated divergence, which is bearish divergence, but exaggerated because it's straight across on the RSI, and we're making lower lows in the price action, right? And then if we zoom in a little bit, I have another line there, shows this on the hourly, lower lows or lower highs, and then we have higher highs in the RSI. It's hidden bearish divergence. Hidden divergence is a continuation of the trend. The trend is down, hidden bearish. So Ethereum, this chart's about 6 months old, right? So we have had this target of this rising wedge here. We had this target 1919. I told you if that broke, it became resistance. Then our next target was 1564. If that broke, that would become resistance. And then we have 680. And remember, guys, if we're in a multi-year bear market, these targets can go much lower, especially in the altcoins, because I do think all the shit coins need washed out. But anyways, if we look at this as a bear flag, that gets us down to about the 680. We zoom this out a little bit. There's also the VPVR support right down here at about 214, 200, somewhere in there, which we could see if we are in that multi-year bear market. So be careful. Litecoin. Again, this chart's 6 months old. We had this target since we broke this rising broadening wedge. And guys, they don't happen in a day. They take time. People don't understand that. People called me wrong this whole time, and look where we're at. 25 is my target for Litecoin. And right now you can see our resistance on the VPVR is around 48. So unless we get above that, we'll probably see that 24, 25 range, which is our target from 6 months ago. Now, it could go much, much lower if we are in the multi-year bear market. So keep that in mind. Also, this is my XRP chart. Again, 6 months old. We broke all our supports. Now, if we look where we're at right now, let's zoom out a little bit. Look at the VPVR. We have this target at 28. We have not hit it yet. If that breaks, my next target is 17. And again, we are in a multi-year bear market, much, much, much lower, probably single digits. So be careful. Here's gold. As you guys know, my target has been 1561. Still sticking with that. Anytime we're below this channel, everything's bearish. If it gets back above this, it is bullish. But as of right now, we're still looking bearish. My target for over a year now has been around that 1561. Again, we could go much, much lower if it is truly a multi-year bear market. Right here, support is around 20 bucks on silver. Again, this chart's about a year old, and our target's around 1550 if this 20 breaks. Again, could be much, 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 much lower if we are in a multi-year bear market. Thanks again for watching, guys. Do not forget to smash those thumbs up. 1,500 likes, and I do another live tonight and go over the charts of your choice. Share the video, get them out there. That's how channels grow. You are the ones that help it grow by sharing the videos, giving a thumbs up, leaving comments below, subscribing, and ticking your notification bell. I do appreciate it. Thanks a lot, guys, and I'm out.